Using smart cruise control inside of the Ioniq 5 is a very straightforward process. Now, one thing I'm going to point out, this is the end version of the vehicle. So if your Ioniq doesn't have all of these different buttons, not a big deal. It's going to work the exact same way regardless, because we just need to use the buttons along the left side and then technically this one as well. So once you start driving, you can push this button in order to toggle smart cruise control on. From there, you're going to set by pushing up, and then you can either decrease or increase 1 kilometer or 1 mile per hour at a time. You can push in the middle there to pause, push to resume. You can hit the brake to do the same. So you can pause it and then push in order to resume your previously set speed. Then this one's a distance indicator. So it's how close or far are you away from the vehicle that's in front of you. The next one is going to be a lane keeping system. So it's your lane follow assist. That one's going to keep you perfectly balanced in your lane as you go. So not fully self-driving, but once you have all of these systems enabled, it gets really, really close at the same time. So let's see how it works in person. We're going to start off by turning the system on. You can see the system's toggled on. I love that blind spot view monitor. Such a cool feature. All right. And how are we for traffic? A little bit of traffic, which is good. There we go. All right, and we're on a 50 road, so we're going to set it at 50. And you can see there, we're enabled. Straightforward. Now, from here, if you want to, you can push down in order to decrease speed, push up in order to increase your speed. Again, 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time. And from there, you could pause it. You could resume your previously set speed there as well. Back up. And then there's a distance indicator. So again, it's how close or far are you away from the vehicle that's in front of you with 4 unique settings. So I tend to go level 1 on the majority of streets unless I'm on the highway. So highway, normally I'm level 2. But that one's going to be a matter of your own personal preference. So how close or far are you away, and what's your own personal comfort level? Now, this cluster screen is also going to be specifically for the end version of the vehicle. So it's going to look slightly different when you're in different trim levels of the vehicle. So you're typically going to see something like this, where it's a little bit more of a classic view instead. So you've got the flexibility of adjusting between all of your different drive modes, with the sport mode being my favorite. But watch this. So as we start to slow down here, you'll see the charge dropping. So that means that it's trying to gain active charge for us. So it's trying to use regenerative braking. And then as we start to drive, you'll notice that the power gauge goes up as well. We're using a little bit of power here. And you can even see the leading vehicle in front of us has started driving. It's really straightforward. Now, as of right now, it's also not fully recognizing the lane markings for us. But if it was, these would go green, and that essentially means that we're locked into place there, and it's going to keep us perfectly balanced and follow the lane as we go. But, I mean, this is straightforward. I've got it set at 50. The car in front of me is going slower than that, and they're slowing down. So it's going to take me right down to a complete stop here instead. Really straightforward using this. And then again, you could push in order to temporarily pause it as well. So again, you can toggle the system, you can toggle the system on or off this way. You can then set your speed, decrease or increase 1 kilometer, 1 mile per hour at a time by going up and down on the switch. You could push there to resume your previously set speed. There's a distance indicator, so how close or far are you away from the vehicle that's in front of you? And then the lane following system as well. Leading vehicle driving away, nice notification touch. And here we go. Let's resume that previously set speed. Distance, let's set it at 1 instead, so we're nice and close to the vehicle that's in front of us. But, I mean, you see there, really straightforward using this system. Love that blind spot view monitor though. So good, so good. There we go. Recognizes the lanes. Everything's good, but that's how you use the adaptive cruise or smart cruise control system inside of Hyundai vehicles.